Have you ever stopped to wonder how something built over 2,000 years ago, without machines, steel, or electricity, can still carry water today? Picture this: the sun rising over the Pont du Gard, casting a golden glow on ancient stone arches, as water flows gently beneath and birds soar overhead. These Roman aqueducts aren't just ruins. They're living proof of human genius, persistence, and the kind of vision that shapes civilizations. Today, we're not just looking at old stones. We're uncovering the timeless secrets of engineering, purpose, and resilience, and how they can still shape the way we live, build, and dream.
What is the greatest secret behind the survival of the Roman aqueducts? Is it the materials, the design, or something deeper? A philosophy that bridges centuries? As you ponder, let's explore the 5 key reasons these structures still function, defying the passage of time.
First, the Romans understood something we often forget. Nature doesn't need to be conquered. It needs to be understood. With no pumps, no motors, they used one quiet force: gravity. By designing aqueducts with just a gentle slope, barely 1 or 2%, they let water travel for miles, effortlessly. Picture it: mountain spring water gliding through stone arches and tunnels, guided only by the Earth's natural pull. It's a timeless reminder: the most powerful solutions are often the simplest, when we stop fighting nature and start flowing with it.
Second, marvel at the material that made it all possible: Roman concrete, known as Opus caementicium. Unlike modern concrete, which can crack and crumble over time, Roman concrete contains a volcanic ash that reacts with water, causing the material to grow stronger as the years pass. This self-healing property has preserved aqueducts for centuries, their walls still solid, their arches unyielding. Imagine running your hand along a stone that has weathered storms, earthquakes, and the march of empires, yet remains steadfast, a testament to the wisdom of building not just for the present, but for the ages.
Third, recognize the importance of routine maintenance and dedicated teams. The Romans didn't simply build and walk away. They established a system of water inspectors, the Curator's aquarum, and teams of workers tasked with cleaning, repairing, and safeguarding every channel and tunnel. Ancient illustrations show crews at work, scraping away mineral buildup, patching leaks, and ensuring the steady flow of life-giving water. This commitment to upkeep reminds us that even the strongest structures require care, vigilance, and a sense of shared responsibility.
Fourth, appreciate how the aqueducts were built to fit the landscape. Roman engineers adapted their designs to the contours of the land, cutting tunnels through mountains, constructing bridges across valleys, and using local materials for durability. In Italy, France, and Spain, you can still trace the paths of aqueducts as they wind through forests, cling to cliffs, and stride across rivers. Each structure is a harmonious blend of human ambition and natural beauty, a reminder that the best designs respect their environment.
Fifth, admire the modular, expandable nature of the Roman water system. The aqueducts were not static monuments. They were dynamic networks, scalable and adaptable. Main channels carried water to cities, where side branches and extensions distributed it to neighborhoods, baths, fountains, and private homes. This flexibility allowed the system to grow with the population, meeting new demands without sacrificing reliability. It's a lesson in planning for the future, in creating systems that can evolve and endure.
These 5 principles, harnessing natural forces, building with enduring materials, maintaining diligently, adapting to the environment, and designing for growth, are not just ancient solutions. They are timeless strategies, relevant to every engineer, every planner, and every individual seeking to build something that lasts.
But the story of the Roman aqueducts is not just about principles or processes. It's about places, living monuments that still serve their communities today. Let's journey to 4 remarkable aqueducts that continue to inspire and amaze.
First, the Pont du Gard in France. Towering nearly 50 meters above the Garden River, this majestic bridge was built without a drop of cement to hold its stones together. Its arches are so precisely cut and balanced that gravity alone keeps them locked in place. Today, the Pont du Gard stands as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, drawing visitors from around the world. Walk across its ancient stones and you'll feel the weight of history beneath your feet, the quiet strength of an engineering marvel that has endured for centuries.
Next, the Aqua Virgo in Rome. Completed in 19 BC under the guidance of Marcus Agrippa, this aqueduct still supplies water to the iconic Trevi fountain. Imagine the journey. Water springs forth from distant hills, travels through underground channels, and emerges in the heart of Rome, cascading into the fountain's gleaming pool. For over 2,000 years, the Aqua Virgo has quenched the thirst of emperors, citizens, and travelers alike. A living link between past and present.
Third, the Aqua Claudia in Italy. Stretching over 69 kilometers, this aqueduct once delivered vast quantities of water to ancient Rome. Though parts have fallen to ruin, sections are still studied and, in some areas, used for agricultural irrigation. Picture the ancient arches weaving through the modern suburbs, silent witnesses to the rise and fall of empires, still serving the land and its people.
Finally, the Segovia Aqueduct in Spain. With 166 elegant arches spanning the city, this aqueduct was in use until the 20th century, providing clean water to generations of Segovians. At sunset, the stones glow with a warm golden light, and locals gather beneath the arches for festivals and celebrations. They call it the River in the Sky, a fitting tribute to a structure that is more than mere stone. It is the soul of the city, still flowing, still vital.
What can we learn from these enduring wonders? The Roman aqueducts offer not just technical insights, but profound life lessons. Let's reflect on 6 principles that can guide us today.
First, build to last, not just to impress. In a world obsessed with speed and novelty, the Romans remind us that true greatness requires vision, patience, and a commitment to enduring value.
Second, simplicity is strength. The fewer the parts, the fewer the problems. Whether in engineering, relationships, or daily life, clarity and simplicity yield solid, lasting results.
Third, work with nature, not against it. The aqueducts followed the contours of the land, harnessed gravity, and respected the environment. When we align our efforts with the forces around us, we achieve more with less resistance.
Fourth, creativity flourishes when purpose is strong. The Romans faced daunting challenges, mountains to cross, valleys to span, cities to supply, but their determination to deliver water drove them to invent, adapt, and overcome. When our purpose is clear, we too can make the impossible possible.
Fifth, tiny angles can produce massive results. Just a 1% slope was enough to keep water moving, day after day, year after year. Small, consistent efforts, applied in the right direction, can create extraordinary outcomes over time.
Sixth, when you build for future generations, you never truly die. The aqueducts immortalized their creators, not just in stone, but in the lives they touched, the communities they nurtured, and the legacy they left behind.
Perhaps you'll never design an aqueduct, but every decision you make, every habit you nurture, every relationship you build is a stone in the edifice of your own life. The more thoughtful and intentional your choices, the more enduring your legacy.
Thank you for joining this journey through the mysteries of Roman engineering. If you found inspiration in the enduring strength of these ancient aqueducts, remember to share your thoughts, connect with others, and keep exploring the wonders of history and science. Here's to building a life and a world that stands the test of time. Until next time, stay curious, stay inspired, and keep reaching for greatness.